6 things you must check before buying land. I'm speaking these things from my experience of being in real estate for a long time and having observed the different cases and conflicts that come up because of not knowing these things. So watch to the end. Number 6 is the most important. Please follow this account in case you have not yet followed me, so that you never miss on information about real estate, but also on business, investment, career, and success. The first thing you need to check is the type of land, what we can also call tenure. Are you buying customary land? Is it freehold? Is it Kabaka's land? Is it a lease? Is it private mile land? Is it Chibanja? Each of those types of land has its own issues. You need to understand the good side of each, and also if there is a negative side, like for Chibanja, Kabaka's land, customary land, you need to understand that. And I made a whole video about it. It is pinned on this account. It has already over 200,000 people who have watched it. Please watch it and you get to know that. Number 2, you need to check the actual names of the owner, the seller. And of course you will check, is the seller the actual owner? Because someone can be selling to you, but they are not the actual owners. We have seen cases where people get a national ID of somebody else. They get the names of somebody else. They go to Nasa Road, Nkrumah Road. Then they put there their photo. So when you look at the national ID, you see that this is not proper national ID. That's why if it is land for a title, you may also have to do more due diligence in the Ministry of Lands so that you can see the national ID of the person who is the registered proprietor, the owner of that land. You even look at the photo so that you can tell that these are the actual names. Also remember, people can have similar names. You can find 2 people having the same name. So always be careful about all those things and know that this is actually the right person. Number 3, check the acreage of land, the size, the measurements. You know, someone can tell you, I'm selling to you an acre, but when in actual sense, it is half an acre. Some people don't understand land sizes. If somebody tells you this is a hectare, don't just go by their words. Check. How do you check? Check on the ground and also check on the title if it has a title. For example, the second page of a land title always has acreage. Many times it is written in hectares. You will find, for example, 0.047 HA. That is for a 50 by 100 plot. Land can also be understood in decimals. It can be understood in feet. It can be understood in meters. As long as you have checked the size and you know that exactly the size you are paying for is the size you wanted. For land with a title, please always check on the original land title. Because somebody can show you a photocopy, but after making the photocopy, maybe they subdivided. In other words, they cut off a piece. So the photocopy could be of 10 acres, but maybe what is remaining now is an acre. So do not pay for 10 acres when what is remaining on the title is 1 acre. In case you don't know how to interpret the title, how to read it, you can always look for somebody that has that experience to guide you. The 4th thing you need to check is what we call area verification. To know, is this the actual area that I am paying for? You know, somebody can show you a plot of a neighbor. They give you a land title, but the plot they showed you on the ground is not the actual one, because the actual one is in a swamp. The actual one doesn't have a road. There are places where we find where the road is on the title, there is actually Ongara, there is a trench. You have to build a bridge that will take millions to reach your land. So you need to be sure that the land you have been shown is the actual land you're paying for. I have seen cases where people are shown land which is even in other villages, far from where the actual land they've bought is. And when you eventually go to use it, that is when you find out that actually the land you bought is not what you were shown. How do you verify the area? If it is land with a title, use a surveyor. A surveyor is able to use the coordinates on the title and trace the exact location of land. You can even forget where your land is, and a surveyor will help you locate it. That is area verification. That's why even a bank cannot give you money without doing actual area verification. Before you pay for land, check whether there are encumbrances. Encumbrances are obstacles. They are legal reasons why the current owner should not transact. That could be caveats. A caveat is a complaint that has been registered with the Ministry of Lands about a certain property. It could be mortgages. A mortgage is an instrument that a bank or a microfinance institution or a SACCO uses to show that a particular piece of land has been used as collateral security in obtaining a loan. So before you buy, you need to know, are there such encumbrances? There could be a court order. Maybe a wife to a man went to court and said, my husband wants to sell our land, but I am not allowing him to sell the land until we have agreed. So court can put a court order. So how do you get to know these encumbrances? If it is land with a title, you go to the Ministry of Lands, the Lands Office. If you don't know where it is, talk to someone that has experience in real estate. They will help you do what we call a land search that will show whether there are encumbrances or not. Number 6, I said the last one was the most important. Check if there are conflicts on the ground. When you're doing due diligence, don't do it only in the land office, because in terms of paperwork, there might not be a conflict that is registered with the Ministry of Lands, but there could be a conflict on the ground. That's why before you buy land, you need to physically go there, open boundaries, walk on it, go there several times so that people on the ground will tell you. That is why we went to Magere to check on a plot of land. Someone said, I need quick money, I am bad off, I'm selling my land very cheaply. When we went there, people came with pangas and said, please don't step on this land again, we will kill you. That showed us that there are conflicts on the ground. You can know whether there are conflicts on the ground when you go on the ground. Talk to the neighbors. Talk to the drunkards and the idle people you find in the trading center. Talk to the LCs. And don't talk to the chairman only. Talk to the representative of women, the one for youth. Sometimes those people will give you the right information. I am Robert Baquet from Win-Win Properties. I deal in buying and selling of land and houses. I also come from World of Inspiration Publishers for publishing great inspirational books that I always talk about. And of course, I come from Obunuzi Restaurant in Wandegeya. That's where I sit. Please come and support me. Don't forget to follow this account.